You'll see what happens when you take everything from him. He won't give up. He'll just keep coming back.
Do you really believe that he's immortal?
No. He just refuses to die. You see, this is not about who's the strongest. This is about not giving up. And he won't. Ever.
The bigger the struggle, the bigger the peace. Man, I've trained 99% of my life alone. No one had me on the back. I did all of the work alone. And while I'm still hard on myself, I know what I did. This isn't a hack. This has to be in you. Something in you has to wake up. And usually the only person that can wake it up is you. Sometimes you can read a David Goggins book because I was all this shit and then a lot more fucked up. But if you don't have a little flame, you know, just barely, you're done. I can't light it for you. I don't want to be better. If this is what it takes to be better, I don't want to be better. So that's why there's a lot of average. And it makes me so fucking mad. Every day I walk this earth and I see average all over the fucking place. And they want to ask me, how did you do it? I can't tell you how, because you're not gonna do it.
There's a moment when every boy realizes no one's coming to save him. And that's when he becomes a man. Some boys never get there and stay children forever.
I used to say, when is my daddy coming to get me? When is my biological father gonna come in my life? And when I would talk like that, I ended up getting kicked out of school. And when I talked like that, I ended up being homeless. And when I talked like that, I was broke.
Don't make excuses. Don't blame any other person or any other thing.
And then one day I woke up and said, Eric, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to get you. But you can go to the library and get yourself.
My dad's fucked up, my mom's fucked up, the people around me are fucked up. They're not gonna save you. You gotta fucking save yourself, my friend. You had nobody anyway, motherfucker. Look around you. There was no fucking team. It was you. There was no weight loss program or mom and dad waking you up saying you can do it, you can be better, trying to build belief. You built belief when you had nothing. Rock bottom. I realized that everybody's fucked up. That's the one thing I realized. I walked around and I put these people on a fucking pedestal. Everybody was better than me. So I can't tell you anything about me because you're gonna judge me and I'm gonna feel even worse than what I am. So if you wake up in the morning and you don't want to do something,
it hasn't been easy. It's a dog fight. The road hasn't been success. Like it's just a paved road, and like E.T. go this way. It's been rough. It's been crooked. It's been hard. But I've made up in my mind that I will get a reward for the pain that I go through. I will not stop in the middle of the process. I will not be defeated. I will not be destroyed. I will take everything that happens in my life and I will allow the pain to push me to greatness. You will not break me. You will not stop me. You will not defeat me. The only way I lose is if I quit. It's going to be a dog fight.
There was no fucking team. It was you. There was no weight loss program. Mom and dad waking you up saying you can do it, you can be better. trying to build belief, you build belief and you have nothing. Rock bottom. You did that, so as time truth comes. My truth is powerful. It's real. It's tangible. I feel it. It comes out of my brain as I speak about it. I'm reliving every single dark moment of my life.
It's up to you, shit. It's up to you. The balls in your fucking. No more fucking around. Want your life to be better? I can't help you. We can't help you. Jerome can't help you. Harvey can't help you. God can't fucking help you. Only you can fucking help. Grab your fucking balls, get a fucking notebook, and write down what the fuck you're gonna do this year. And this is it. You're not gonna have these problems. Fuck the drugs, fuck the cigarettes, fuck that dumb. It all starts fucking today, right? No more fucking excuses. That's the fucking. This is the year of the fucking soldier.
Nobody's going to believe in you until you've already done it. Nobody's gonna come and celebrate with you until you've already done it. All right? The work is going to come before the belief. Which means you're gonna have to work for a long fucking time by yourself with no applause, with no awards, with nobody telling you good job. And then once you start to build something and people start to see the momentum and they start to see the result and you start doing some things, then you're gonna get a little belief.
We have to always remember our purpose will always be there. I have nothing in front of me right now. No race, no nothing. But the purpose is myself. Your mind has to be stronger than your feelings. On those bad days, when you think that you're alone, you just might be. Because you know why? No one else wants to fucking do it. So you be the motherfucker that always gets it done. Stay hard.
I love this game. I live this game. There's 1,000 other guys waiting in the wings who are obsessed with this game. Obsession is going to be talent every time. You got all the talent in the world, but are you obsessed? You walk on that court, you have to think, I am the best ever. I'm the most brutal, efficient, and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one to stop me. Legs to the conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody else. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. Down! Come on! What's the matter with you? There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
And you have to learn how to fail. A lot of us have big dreams, big goals. And when you have goals that are maybe outside your reach, you have to know that getting to that goal, you're gonna have a lot of bad days.
Prayed for patience, and now you find yourself waiting in places you never expected, delays that stretch longer than your strength, moments that feel like God has gone silent. But listen, He hasn't forgotten you. He's shaping you. Every pause is not punishment, it's preparation. In the wait in your heart is being refined. In the stillness, your trust is being strengthened. You ask God to teach you patience, and so He is, by allowing the kind of waiting that draws you closer to Him, that teaches you to breathe deep and to believe even when nothing changes. You prayed for love, and now you're standing alone. The people you thought would stay have gone. The arms you longed to lean on are no longer there. But here's the truth. God is not punishing you with loneliness. He is teaching you the fullness of His love. He is
coffin real tight. God hates a coward. God hates a coward. 21:8 says, but the cowardly and the unbelievers, murderers, the sexually immoral, sorcerers, idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake of fire, which is the second death. God wrote that, I didn't. Who leads the list of that ragtag mob, the cowardly. Look at your spiritual forefathers in the faith. Moses with a shepherd's staff invades the royal court of Pharaoh. Pharaoh, who's considered God on earth, who has the most mighty army that any nation ever assembled together. And he looked him in the face and said, "Let my people go!" He was not afraid. Look at David, the shepherd boy, bringing a sling. And David and Goliath is coming against him. And David looks at him and said, "You come to me with a sword and spear, but I'm coming to you in the name of the Lord." Duck Leroy, here comes an exceeding head rake you're not going to get over. Jesus, he's in the Garden of Gethsemane. He's praying. 500 Roman soldiers come from the Antonian fortress to arrest one Jewish rabbi praying in the garden. Think about that. 500 battle-ready Roman soldiers to arrest one Jewish rabbi praying with 12 sleeping disciples. They said, "We seek Jesus of Nazareth." He said, "I am he." And they fell on the ground like dead men. Jesus was no coward. I want to tell you something. Jesus lost his life at Calvary, but he didn't lose the fight. God will give you only what you're willing to fight for. Satan attacks you because you're God's child, and he hates God's property. Satan attacks you because you're the light of the world, and he's the prince of darkness. Satan attacks you because you're the truth, and he's the father of lies. Satan attacks you because you're a soldier of the cross. You're anointed. You have the word of God. You have covered by the blood of Jesus Christ. You can take the sword of the truth of God and attack the gates of hell. You're a threat to him. Whenever you roll over in bed, every devil in Bear County gets a migraine headache. That's why he hates you. And to those of you who name the name of Christ, stop allowing Satan and his demonic goons to destroy your marriage. Put on the whole armor of God and fight back. Quit allowing him to attack your health. The Bible says by his stripes we are healed. Quit allowing him to attack your finances. The Bible says God will rebuke the devourer for your sake. He will make him give it back to you sevenfold. Stop allowing the devil to rob you of your peace, because Jesus Christ is the Prince of Peace. Stop allowing Satan to rob you of your joy. In his presence is the fullness of joy. Do you want it? Then fight for it. Do you want it? Then fight for it. Put on the whole armor of God and stand beside me and take the word of the holiness of the Father. Fight the good fight of faith. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. We who carry this book have so taken from Jesus Christ his nature, we have forgotten who he is. He is the Son of God who looked at his crowd one day and said, "You are of your father the devil." That's not very commonly preached in the Church of America today. The fact is that God will give you what you're willing to fight for. In this war, you will demonstrate courage or cowardice. Some of you are courageous soldiers of the cross, and some of you are cowardly to the core. You don't deserve the name of following Jesus Christ.
Now here's what else you must do in the summer. Like a father, you must look out for your enemies. And believe me, we're going to have some. But remember, like a father who would guard carefully his family, I'm asking you to stand guard. I'm asking you to stand at the door. I'm asking you, whatever threatens you, threaten it back. Whatever pushes against you, push it back. Whatever wants to overwhelm you, like a father, stand up, take control, and do battle with your enemies, wherever you find them.
Be strong in the Lord. Say that with me. Be strong in the Lord. Be strong in the Lord. When you eat this meat for men and milk for children, you'll be strong in the Lord. When you watch 40 hours of television, you couldn't give your witness in the first church of any church in America. This is God's fight, it's not yours. It's God's victory, it's not yours. It's God's glory, it's not yours. It's God's kingdom, it's not yours. It's God's strength, it's not yours. Put on the whole armor of God and fight to win, because the victory is ours through Christ the Lord. Give him praise in the house of God. What's the point I'm making here? The point is you can never exhaust God's resources. You can never exhaust God's resources because He can do exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think. You can see His mighty power, but when He gets through, He's not exhausted. He has much more strength ready to give you from day unto day. He can defeat any giant that's before you. He can produce streams in the desert. He can produce manna that will fall from the sky. He can send cloven tongues of fire in the upper room. He can walk on the water in the Sea of Galilee and salvage you. The thing that you think is about to destroy you, He can use it for a sidewalk to save you. When you grow weary, He can make you to run like Elijah 40 miles before the chariot. When you grow faint, He can give you strength. He can send you power that you can't begin to touch. You cannot exhaust God's power. Give Him praise in the house of God.
Evo did this one.
Is the most powerful force on planet Earth. Someone can kill a member of your family. You can get sad or you can get angry. Angry gets something done. Sad, that's just sitting around hoping others feel sorry for you. Sad belongs in the therapy room. Anger belongs out here in the world. Directed anger, focused anger. I'm going to be misunderstood because I always am. I'm not saying you start smashing your head against the wall like an idiot. I'm saying that very much like a focused concentration of water through a dam can power a city. That is how your anger should work. You should focus it in the exact direction it needs to go to solve the problem. If you're poor, get angry. If your woman left, get angry. Don't get angry at her for leaving. Get angry at yourself for being left. Don't get angry at the world you're poor. Get angry at yourself because you can't afford all the things you want. Anger is the correct response to any emotion. Because anger elicits instant action. You know, I'm so anti-therapy, and I've had these conversations so many times with people. Their answer is that I need therapy. If I need therapy, how come every single person on the planet knows my name? How come every single time I walk in the room, they're like, Mr. Tate, Mr. Tate, and everyone starts going, Trump G, and getting cameras out? How come I'm an international celebrity with hundreds of millions of fucking dollars? How come when I was thrown in jail and put in a Romanian dungeon for 4 months to stare at the wall, I came out perfectly fine and still destroyed the mainstream media and all of their setup interviews in a way you could never do? How come I'm so monumentally successful and my women never turned on me and I have so many fucking children and all I do is win, and you're telling me that I need therapy while you're in therapy and you're a nobody? Nobody even knows who you are. I don't need therapy. I self-therapize. And I self-therapize with anger. Because anger makes me brave. And my bravery has allowed me to grab demons by the neck. People say to me, I have anxiety. And they talk about it like it's a bad thing. Like this anxiety demon has come into his life and ruined his life. You have anxiety over stupid shit. Keep your anxiety demon, and now have anxiety that you're not rich. Get to the point where you can't sit still and watch Netflix and eat ice cream because you are too anxious about the fact that you don't have $100 million. You might start doing some work. I have depression. Right, fantastic, I'm glad you have depression. Because you won't feel depressed on a yacht with 20 supermodels, $300 million in the bank, and a Bugatti waiting for you in the marina. Then you won't feel depressed. So it's a good thing you have depression because you don't have those things, and now you have to them to feel better, so get to work. I have OCD. You have OCD over dumb shit like arranging your Star Wars figurines like a fucking child. You should have OCD about getting your life in order, about being in the gym on time, about training harder than everyone around you, about getting some money in your bank. You don't have to get rid of these conditions. I would argue that Elon, the man who's putting rockets into space, probably has OCD. That's how he managed to get a rocket into space. And you're saying your OCD prevents you from fucking washing the dishes because you're a fuck up and you are a failure. Get out of therapy. I publicly state that I have anxiety. I have governments try to kill me, getting thrown in and out of jail at random, all of my assets seized, 10 girlfriends complaining, 9 baby mamas, my Jesco's broken, my private jet was clicking on the way here making a strange noise. I know they're trying to kill me anyway. I have anxiety, but I use my anxiety so that I wake up at 6:15 a.m. instantly enraged, getting to work so I win. I grabbed the demon of anxiety by his skin neck and added him to my legion. He works for me. You have dulled your sword, so you have nothing to threaten the demons with, because you're too busy sitting around in therapy like a little girl. When anxiety turns up, you cower before it with your little weak, dull sword. I pull my blade and say, you now work for me. By force. I have depression, I have OCD, I have all of it. These demons work for me. I am the leader, they are my army. That is how I've conquered the world. If you're at home complaining, I have OCD, I have anxiety, I have depression, you need to get these demons in check. They are your weapons against mediocrity. Therapists will never tell you that. A therapist will say, oh, you have to get rid of your anxiety. You have to get rid of your anxiety. Just bend over, spread your butt cheeks. We're gonna get rid of your anxiety. It's not a perfect world. It's a world of war and endless combat and chaos. My legion of darkness is made up of monsters, because monsters fight monsters. I can only beat my enemies because of all my flaws, because of all my conditions, because of everything that's wrong with me. There's things wrong with me, supposedly. But all of those things work for me. And it seems that whenever I direct my chi at any task, even escaping the highest level matrix setup in the most corrupt country on the map, I somehow managed to pull it off. You think I got out of this Romanian bullshit situation with luck? You think I got out of it with law? You think I just sat around and the law helped me? Or I was lucky? I woke up 4 or 5 times a night. I could not sleep. When you wake up and you cannot sleep, you know what you do? You lay in bed and cry like a baby. You lay in bed, wah, wah. I can't sleep like a fucking baby. The second I couldn't sleep, I was up, training, working, reading the Romanian law, learning a new language, finding Aikido, the European Court of Human Rights, endless Aikido, new legal teams, new money, new ways to combat their narratives, fighting the BBC, preparing for interviews, endless sex, endless reps, anxiety, OCD, fucking depression, everything. That's how I won. You can blink and cure your brain. You can say, I'm gonna work really hard, and you know what? I'm not gonna hate it. I'm not gonna be stressed, and I'm not gonna be bored. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love this work. I'm gonna sit down for 12 hours and have the best time of my life, working as hard as possible, because I have decided I'm going to blink and cure my mind, and I am going to enjoy the next 12 hours of focused work. And guess what? You'll work better than ever before.
I was afraid, and I used that fear to train as hard as possible.
Damn, Blade.
And you can apply that to life as a whole. You need to use the fear of being mediocre and use it to make you try as hard as possible. The reason with most mediocre people is they don't have a fear of being mediocre. They've listened to the Matrix programming and they've been convinced that being mediocre is absolutely fine. It's fine to not be that successful. You know what? All our graves are the same size. Doesn't matter what you achieve in your life. Doop-de-doo, dumpty-dum. This is a slave mine, and I refuse to accept it. I do not accept that. I accept I'm an exceptional individual, and I deserve an exceptional experience of the human consciousness, and that's what I'm gonna fucking have. And it doesn't matter if I have to do it myself, that's fine, because no one else is gonna do it for me. So, yeah, there has to be a healthy fear. If you're genuinely scared and genuinely uncomfortable in a certain situation, you're gonna move. If you fall asleep on your arm and it gets uncomfortable, you're gonna wake your ass up and move your arm. But if you're comfortable, you're not going to. So when I see somebody who's sitting in a rut, and they've been in a rut for a long time, they're obviously, maybe, a couple times a week they're pissed off with the rut. When they got a bill they can't pay, or whatever, and they'll message you going, I really need to get out, I've got to change my life, bro. But the second things aren't that bad, they're back to playing video games. So you're only uncomfortable 2 days a week. For 5 days a week, you're fine being a fucking loser. And that's why you're still a loser. When I had no money, James, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep a single night. I couldn't sleep. Where's my money? People have Lamborghinis. I ain't got one. I couldn't tolerate the pain in my mind. People don't have that drive. If you're not afraid of being a dumbass, you're going to stay a dumbass. That's it. You need fear. This is important, especially if you are at home and you're not yet as successful successful as you want to be, if you don't have your life in exactly the place you want it, if you still feel trapped, whether it's financially or some other way, after the disappointment, swallow the disappointment, take a minute and look around you and say, there's more than this. But then, what's the important point? You must begin to work instantly.
Say depression isn't real. I said feeling depressed is real. But the idea that depression is going to strike you in your mind and there's nothing you can do about it, I think that is promoting helplessness amongst depressed people, and that's the reason they feel depressed. I don't think that making people helpless in an unfortunate situation is a great thing to do. You have to give people hope. And I explained that when you believe in something, you give it power. So I tried to say that when I felt at my lowest and I achieved the most I've ever achieved in my life, the reason I was capable of doing that is because I didn't believe in the paradigm of being a depressed person. I just believe that this is how I currently feel, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get my life to be better. And I gave a very simple example, an analogy. I said, if you take two people, one believes in ghosts and one doesn't, and you put them both in haunted houses, and in the middle of the night there's a bang. The person who believes in ghosts is now terrified. There's a ghost, they're calling an exorcist, they're panicking in the room, they're hiding. The person who doesn't believe in ghosts goes win and goes back to sleep. It's the same noise, it's the same scenario, but it's the belief in their mind that terror and ruins their life. It's the belief in their mind that turns against them. And I've said this many times. I don't even give a shit about right and wrong. You can tell me depression's, you can give me every scientific proof in the world of depression. I refuse to believe in things that take my power away. I'm only going to construct a mental model that allows me to be as powerful as possible. If believing in the idea of depression is going to take my own power away, then I won't believe in it. I don't want to believe in things that make me weak. I believe in things that make me strong. And someone goes, well, you're wrong. Listen, let's assume you're correct and that makes me wrong. Let's say that you're right and you're depressed. Why would I want to adopt the thinking of a man who's sad? Why would I want to think like you? Wouldn't it better to be wrong and be happy and have a sports car and a yacht and a private jet? You want to talk about right? Look at your life. Don't talk about right and wrong. Let's talk about success and results. I don't believe in things that take power. I never have. So when people email me and they just say, I'm depressed, I'm depressed, I'm depressed. And what's funny is this. I talk to them and they desperately defend the idea of depression. I'm like, my friend, you just told me you're too depressed to be successful and depression has destroyed your life and you lost your girl. I'm telling you that enemy in your life isn't real. And you're now sending me 10 emails a week trying to convince me that your enemy is a real thing. Why are you sticking up for your enemy? This person, whatever it is, this idea destroyed you, and you're putting your energy into defending it. You should be on my team. Whose team are you on here? You want to sit here and convince me I'm never going to believe you. I'm never going to adopt your thinking because your life is not successful enough for you to emulate. So why don't you try to adopt my way of thinking? Stop defending this. And they're defending it because it's a cure-all excuse. Depression or sadness is a cure-all excuse for men to use for failure. I have failed. This is why they say I don't believe in men's mental health, or the man who's depressed can't compete with the man who's not depressed. This is this quote. I say, listen, you get to roll out, be fat, be out of shape, be broke, be unimportant with no girlfriend. And instead of the world thinking you're a loser, you get to say, I'm not a loser, I'm depressed. It's a shield. And I say, that's why you don't want to lose your shield. Because now you have accountability, now you have performance. Cop out. Fuck it off. I don't give a shit if it's real or not. We're not about that. We're talking about success here. Get rid of your excuses, stop defending the thing that's ruined your life, and get to work. And every time anyone has ever listened in history, ever, every single one of them's transformed their lives and messaged me positive messages after. Every single time. That's why I'm anti-depressant. Because that pill ain't gonna fix you the way becoming the man you wish you were is gonna fix you. How it would feel to have this car, how it would feel to be in this place, how it would feel to be famous and internationally renowned, how it would feel to go to Saint-Tropez and live on a yacht, how it would feel to be able to fly on private planes, how it would feel to not have to worry about food anymore. My brother and I used to imagine for hours. We used to talk about it. We believed in this version of reality where we somehow made it. Not only do you lack motivation, you lack imagination. And that's why it's very important. You need to start believing you are the man, even if you're not yet. Before I was world champion, I knew I was going to be world champion. You have to believe these things. We had imagination and we had hunger and fire. You don't have those things. That's why you're fucked. And there used to be for men like a rite of passage. In most societies, you had to go through something to become a man, from a boy to a man. But that thing was always difficult. has always been difficult. Now you have to self-induce it, self-inflict it. But if you're going to be a boy and never bring on that self-inflicted rite of passage, how are you going to ever become a man? There's another thing people don't understand about me and my message. Sometimes I sit here and I say things that piss people off because that's how you trigger people to make action. I have often written emails or done videos to, especially to men when I want to help men, to piss them off. You're a loser. You're a dumbass. Andrew, why do you mean? Because you're not going to go to the gym unless I tell you you're a fucking loser. And you are a loser, and I'm not lying to you. You are a loser. The emotional trigger you need to get up off that chair is the fact that you're not important, nobody cares who you are, any girl you're ever in love with I could take, and you're insignificant. And when you die, nobody's interested. That's your fault. You could have been something else. You did that. You failed. It has to be done. You have to be a master communicator. And sometimes that involves also insulting people.
You know you're doing the right thing. You know you've made the right decision, and you're feeling adversity as a result of that decision. That does not mean you should be deterred from continuing to go forward. Did he know how far they would row before they got into trouble? Yes. Did he know that they would row directly into a storm when he sent them out? Yes. And I should just turn around and go back. Go back to what? You're gonna go back to the seashore that you left? Well, what are you going back to? You're going back to a life of sin? You're going back to the church God told you to leave? This is so powerful to me that he did not rush to get to them where they are. He let them linger in that trial for just a little bit of time. He let them linger in that adversity for just a little bit of time. He's not walking on water to show off. He's not walking on water because he couldn't find a boat. He's walking on water because he is the Word embodied in flesh. I can't hear the voice of Jesus. I'm looking for the character of Jesus. I'm trying to learn more about Jesus. Man, anywhere you open this, you bump into Jesus! By this time, was long away from the land. It was beaten by the waves, and the wind was against them. Stop. By this time, the boat was a far way from the seashore. So they had been rowing in that boat for hours. Now Matthew tells us as they were rowing in that boat, 12 men in a small boat, that the waves was beating against the boat and the wind was against them. Now Matthew does not write in detail, but this is code word, code language for the fact they sailed directly into a storm. When they left, it was calm, but now they're sailing directly into a storm. And it is here in this storm, there are nuances that speaks realities, the things that happen in our life. Question, did Christ know what direction he sent them in when they left the seashore? Yes. Did he know how far they would row before they got into trouble? Yes. Did he know that they would row directly into a storm when he sent them out? Yes. And now I want to bring your memory back to the words that Matthew wrote. Jesus made them get into a boat and sail to the other side. It was not a suggestion. It was not their idea. He said, preacher, I don't get it. The Lord made them get into a boat and sail to the other side. The Lord made, forced, demanded, commanded, instructed them to get into that boat and sail to the other side. So if the Lord was the one who made them get in the boat, and the Lord was the one that made them sail to the other side, the Lord was also the one that knew they was going to run into that storm. So it must have been his will for them to run into that storm. The same thing happens in my life and your life. Some of you and I know what it is to have a season of calm in our lives. We're inside the will of the Father. We are obeying the Lord Jesus. We're doing everything we know how to do, and out of nowhere, a hardship emerges, some trauma emerges, some conflict with some people emerges, some trial emerges, some demonic attack emerges, some warfare emerges, all while we're inside the will of God. Because I want you to see, not every trauma is from the devil. Not every hardship is from the devil. There's some things we label the devil, but it is God who allowed you to sail into that hardship. You was obeying Christ. You're inside his will.
You're doing everything you know how to do, and a relationship splits. You get backstabbed, something you in fall apart. You and I know what it is, some of us, to be doing everything inside the will of God and then sail directly into some hardship that we did not want, we did not ask for, we did not plan for, we did not script, we did not pray for. So we see right now they have sailed into a storm by the will of God. The same way I'm telling you, a lot of you are dealing with hardships right now, drama right now, issues with people, conflict issues. A lot of you listening to me right now are dealing with things that is not because you've done wrong, and it's not because God doesn't love you, it's because He actually sent you into that storm. It's the same way the Spirit of God led Jesus into the wilderness to be tempted. So there are some trauma, there are some hardships, there are some trials, there are some things you and I will experience in this life that are been designed for you to experience. The Lord has allowed you to walk into those hardships and trials. And I want you to notice, it says here, man, that the waves was beating against the ship. This is very powerful to me. That means there was rowing against resistance. This is very powerful because nowhere in the text does it say they try to turn around. They're going for hours in one direction against adversity, and nowhere in the text do they try to turn around. I learned from this moment that when you know you're inside the will of God, you know you're doing the right thing, you know you've made the right decision, and you're feeling adversity as a result of that decision, that does not mean you should be deterred from continuing to go forward. Because I know what it is, and some of you know what it is, to be tempted that you're moving in one direction, you've stepped out of something God told you to do, and all of a sudden you feel adversity. And then the temptation would be that because the warfare is so strong, because the winds are so strong, because things are not working out the way that I planned, I should just turn around and go back. Go back to what? You're going to go back to the seashore that you left? Well, what are you going back to? You're going back to a life of sin? You're going back to the church God told you to leave? You're going back to the job He told you to leave? You're going back to the relationship He got you out of? He told you to start the ministry, and you're going to go back and abandon the ministry? Like, you have nothing to go back to, family. The only thing behind you is what is the season you have left. And there's only one direction in the kingdom, and it is forward. So not just because you feel adversity inside of God's will, that does not mean you should be deterred from going back to where you came from. When you feel adversity inside of God's will, keep rowing forward inside of God's will. And in the fourth watch of the night, He, that is Jesus, came to them walking on the sea. Stop. Family, this blows my mind. Hey? Because you ain't never seen nobody do this. I never see anybody jump into a pool and walk across a pool. There are two powerful things in this text. It says that at the fourth watch of the night, Jesus came walking to them on the sea in the middle of a storm. The fourth watch of the night is sometime between 3 and 6 a.m. Preacher, I don't get it. That means they've been out there for like 6 to 8 hours. And if the Sea of Galilee is only 8 miles wide, according to other writers and history, they had already rowed like 5 or 6 miles. Watch. They had almost rowed across the whole sea in adversity. And the Lord waits until they're almost at the shore. The Lord waits until they're almost at the shore to come and meet them where they are. This is so powerful to me that He did not rush to get to them where they are. He let them linger in that trial for just a little bit of time. He let them linger in that adversity for just a little bit of time. Man, this is for all of us, oh my God, who knows what it feels like to say, Lord, I've been in this for a long time. I've been dealing with them for a long time. I've been dealing with this warfare for a long time. I've been dealing with this problem in my life for a long time. But I want you to see that Jesus eventually what? Came to them. Now family, this is crazy to me. A man comes to the boat walking on the ocean. He's walking on the water. And we read that and it's like, oh, Jesus walked on the water. You ever seen somebody do that? Muhammad never walked on water. In fact, Muhammad never performed any miracles. Joseph Smith never walked on water and never performed any miracles. Every progenitor of every religion, none of them has ever walked on any body of water. Now watch me. Jesus could have gotten a boat and met them in a boat. He could have ran around the Sea of Galilee and met them where they was going. So why is Jesus coming to them walking on the water? I think for two reasons. The first one is in Psalm 77 and verse 19. In the Old Testament, hundreds of years before Christ was born, the writer of Psalm 77 verse 19 speaks of God Almighty and says, your way was through the sea. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. The Bible is heat. Your way was through the sea. Oh my God. Oh my God. Watch it. And your path was through the great waters. Oh my God. Watch it. And your footprints were unseen. So the writer of Psalm 77 writes about a God that walks on water and leaves no fingerprints, no footprints. Now here comes Jesus, hundreds of years later, sends his followers into a storm on purpose and comes walking to them. A group of Jews who knew the Old Testament. He's walking on them on the sea. What is he doing? He's walking on the water and he's walking out the word at the same time. He is walking on the water and fulfilling scripture at the same time. He is walking on the water and revealing himself to these 12 men at the same time. He's not walking on water to show off. He's not walking on water because he couldn't find a boat. He's walking on water because he is the word embodied in flesh. This makes me feel some kind of way because I'm enamored with Jesus. He's not in a category with any other prophet. He's not in a category with any other progenitor of a religion. The one I call Lord and Savior is filling out the old scriptures. He's filling out, he's the fulfillment of the Old Testament. He is the Word in made flesh. John said, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. Verse 14, and the Word was God. Verse 14, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. Woo! So I can't get close to Jesus. I can't hear the voice of Jesus. I'm looking for the character of Jesus. I'm trying to learn more about Jesus. Man, anywhere you open this, you bump into Jesus. So if I'm one of the Jewish men in that boat and I see him walking towards me, man, I know that this man is fulfilling scripture. But they didn't get it though. They didn't get it. But when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were terrified. And they said, it is a ghost. And they cried out in fear. But immediately Jesus spoke to them saying, take heart, it is I. Do not be afraid. Stop. Family, I want you to see this. Now some of you, I hear every time people preach this, they bash the disciples for being afraid. Really? I know what it is to be out on the open sea in the middle of a storm. Some of you have been on a cruise ship. I know what it is to be on a cruise ship and standing on the deck in the middle of a storm. The rain is falling, the wind is blowing, the ocean is, I'm looking out at the water is black, the waves are powerful, you don't see anything in the distance, there's just great ocean and great storm and great waves, and it makes you feel powerless and helpless. And in the distance, they see a figure, a ghostly figure walking towards them. Now since you ain't never seen no man walking in water, obviously they're afraid. And I know you thugged out, and I know you brave, but if you was on that small boat in the middle of the ocean and see somebody walking towards you, my ninja, you know you would have been afraid too. They're terrified. Watch, I'm almost done. And they say it's a ghost. Now family, pay attention. Nowhere in the text does the Lord rebuke them for their fear. This is powerful because I think one of the disservices we do in America is we make people feel bad for feeling afraid. Fear is a normal human response to something that is outside of your control. It's a normal human response to things that are changing. Anybody would have been afraid in that moment. And I want you to see the wisdom of the Lord, the grace of the Lord, that he gives them permission to be afraid. He doesn't rebuke them because they're afraid, just like he gives you, listen, he gives you permission to be afraid. Some of you have been afraid. The Lord calls you out of something to something. He calls you in a transition. Immediately you feel afraid. He tells you to step out of a comfort zone. Exactly 1 year ago, before I came up on this platform, he called me out of a comfort zone and I was afraid. And many Sundays I've came up here afraid. But the Lord has given me grace in that fear. He gives me his prayer. Look what he does. He doesn't respond to them with a rebuke because of their fear. He responds to them with comfort. And how does he comfort them? With two things. His word, take heart. That is his word. And it is I. That is his presence. So how did the Lord comfort these men in their fear? With his word and with his presence. He uses the same thing to comfort you and I. When your heart is dealing with anxiety, when your heart is dealing with fear, when your heart is dealing with depression, loneliness, or sadness, I want you to know that you can find comfort in his word and you can find comfort in his presence. You can put your heart in the Psalms and find comfort in Proverbs and find comfort in the Old Testament and find comfort in the New Testament and find comfort. I know we're always seeking for comfort from all these other vices, but the greatest vice you will ever have is the word of God and the presence of God. Many of you, myself included, know what it feels like to be dealing with trauma in your heart. You go and put yourself in God's presence. You go for a walk. You turn on some worship music. You are away with the Lord, and then all of that anxiety, it dies down. Anybody know what that feels like? It just dies down. Why? Because his presence destroys that anxiety. Fear and God's presence, they almost don't coexist. That from the time you go into his presence, fear dies down, anxiety dies down, worry dies down. So he comforts them with his word and with his presence. The same way I'm encouraging you, when you need comfort for your heart, man, get rid of the vice and run to God's word and to his presence.
He can walk into the tomb of Lazarus and say, Lazarus, come forth! Why does he call Lazarus by name? Because if he didn't call him by name, he has so much strength, every dead man on planet Earth would have gotten up. That's why. Our God is an awesome God. He is full of grace and truth. He is the Almighty El Shaddai, the conqueror of death, hell, and the grave. He's the conqueror of sickness and death. He's the conqueror of powers and principalities. He's the conqueror from Calvary. He's the Lion of the tribe of Judah. He's the Lord of glory, and he's coming soon with power and great glory. Give him praise in the house of God.
Now here's what else you must do in the summer. Like a father, you must look out for your enemies. Now here's one more. We must also deal with the enemies within ourselves. Yes, we've got enemies on the outside, but some of the enemies are not way off in some distant country. Some of the enemies are a lot closer than that. They are within. And I want to give you a list of some of the things to watch out for when you get back home, called enemies within yourself. Here's the first one, indifference. Whatever you do, practice not being casual. You've got to shake off sometimes the lethargy that would say, oh well, maybe it's not going to work for me, or I'll just go along and see what happens. I'm asking you, whatever you do, the intensity that you've gathered up here during this extravaganza, I want you to take this same intensity home with you.
Go, payday, go.
Don't be casual. Casualness creates casualties. Go home with a renewed intensity. Don't let indifference take over. Here's the next one, indecision. Someone's mentioned it a couple of times on this stage. They've had to deal with it. You've got to deal with it. Indecision is called the thief of opportunity. Make decisions even if it's a wrong decision. Do the very best you can, make a decision and go with it. If it doesn't work out because it was a wrong decision, I'm telling you, that gives you experience now to make a better decision. Here's the next one, doubt. We've all got to deal with the enemy of doubt. Cynicism has a unique way of crowding in on all of us. Being cynical about the government, being cynical about banks and money, being cynical about society, being cynical about the past, cynical about the future. I'm asking you, don't let that disease grab you by the throat and ruin your chances to do well. Yes, it's easy to doubt that it can happen. It's easy to doubt. We've all got fears that want to crowd in. And I say to you that if it can happen to us, it can happen to anybody in this room. Don't doubt your own ability. Don't doubt your own strength. Next is worry. But here's the clue, don't let it conquer you. Take all of the worries you've got and try to drive them into the smallest corner you can possibly find. If you don't, worry will be like a mad dog loose in the house. It'll have you in the corner. So whatever your enemies are here, drive them into a small corner. Here's the next one. Overcaution. Hey, in the spring, if you're too cautious, you never will plant the seed. If you're too cautious, you won't take the chance. If you're too cautious, you won't step out front.
Go, payday, go.
If you're so cautious, you probably never would have done your first meeting. Make this note. You got to take a chance. Drive your tendency to be too cautious. Drive it into a small corner. Yes, you can't be gullible. No, you can't go for everything. Yes, you've got to be careful. Yes, but don't be so cautious that it paralyzes.
Go.
Don't be so cautious that it restricts your chance to do better. See if you can't conquer that. Here's the next one. Pessimism. Yes, there's the dark side. Yes, there's the problem side. Yes, there's the difficult side. But I'm telling you, it's not the only side. Yes, the glass is half empty, but it's also half full. Yes, there's the dark side, but there's the light side. Yes, the night comes, but so does the day. I'm telling you, don't be afraid of both sides. Opportunity and difficulty. Chance and danger.
Showing you how to stand not in your own strength, but in His. You are not alone. You are being set apart. You're learning how to love yourself through His eyes, how to walk forward without needing someone else to carry you. This season of solitude is sacred. It's not about who left. It's about who remains. And God remains. You prayed for discipline, and suddenly distractions are everywhere. Things that used to go unnoticed now pull at your attention. Your old habits rise up. Your old temptations knock louder. But don't be discouraged. This is the battleground where your discipline is born. God didn't give you discipline by waving a magic wand. He gave you the opportunity to choose Him over and over again, even when it's hard. This struggle isn't failure, it's formation. Every time you say no to what's easy and yes to what's eternal, you're becoming stronger, more focused, more like Christ. Discipline is forged in fire, and you're in that holy fire now. You prayed for peace, and chaos came crashing in. Life spun sideways, and you wondered if your prayer had even been heard. But peace isn't found in the absence of storms. It's found in the presence of God in the middle of them. He is teaching you how to anchor your heart when the winds blow. He's showing you that peace is not something you feel when everything goes right. It's something you carry when everything goes wrong. You are being trained to be a carrier of peace, not just a seeker of it. The storm isn't your end, it's your training ground. You prayed for growth, and now you're uncomfortable. You're being stretched in ways you didn't ask for, taken out of your comfort zone, pressed beyond what you thought you could handle. Growth is not a gentle process. It breaks what was, so it can build what must be. Don't resent the pain. Recognize its purpose. God is pruning you so you can bear more fruit. He's cutting away what you don't need, even when you cling to it. Growth often feels like loss before it feels like gain. But you're not losing. You're becoming. You prayed for strength, and life got harder. The weight on your shoulders increased. The nights felt longer. The burdens felt heavier. But strength isn't given in the absence of hardship. It is built in the midst of it. God is not making you weaker. He is revealing how strong you truly are through Him. Every challenge, every tear, every setback is shaping a deeper resilience in you. This is not cruelty, it's craftsmanship. You're being strengthened from the inside out. You prayed for courage, and suddenly you're facing fears you never thought you'd have to face. The road ahead looks uncertain. The voices of doubt grow louder. But courage is not the absence of fear. It's the choice to move forward anyway, trusting that God is with you. He's showing you how to walk on water, how to trust beyond what you can see. You were never meant to be fearless, you were meant to be faithful. And in your faith, courage rises. You prayed for wisdom, and life became full of decisions with no easy answers. But this is how wisdom is formed, not in simplicity, but in struggle. God is drawing you into His Word, into His presence, into still moments where His whisper guides your steps. The answers don't always come fast, but they will come. You are learning how to pause, how to seek, how to discern. This is the soil where wisdom grows, watered by prayer, fed by faith. So don't despise the testing. Don't run from the fire. Every challenge you face is not a detour. It is part of the path. This is how God answers your prayers, not always by removing the mountain, but by teaching you how to climb. Not always by calming the storm, but by calming your heart. He's not giving you what's easy. He's giving you what's eternal. This is how you become the person you were always meant to be. So hold on, press in, keep praying. You're not being punished.